They were inseparable couple married for 67 years d.ie within 90 minutes of each other. Mrs. Harding's beloved husband Arthur, 91, had died in another hospital less than an hour and a half before she slipped away. Their granddaughter Ros Harding said, "We told her that he had died, and we said, 'Nana, you can go.' And that's when the life started to fall away from her. We feel like there was some telepathic connection between them." The Hardings, from Newton Heath, Manchester, got married in 1950 and went on to have 2 children. Mrs. Harding initially worked in a factory and was later employed caring for the elderly, but she was a skilled machinist and loved sewing and knitting clothing for her growing family. Mr. Harding worked as a buyer for a textiles company, but after taking retirement, he continued to work in a bric-a-brac shop in Newton Heath. The couple, who eventually became great-great-grandparents, lived together independently until around 10 weeks ago, when Mrs. Harding fell ill. She moved out in the autumn of last year and was later joined by Mr. Harding at the privately run Acorn Lodge care home in Failsworth, where they spent their last Christmas together. The couple were both admitted to hospital in the new year after falling ill, with Mr. Harding suffering from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and Dorothy having heart problems. But they spent their final days 6 miles apart. Mr. Harding died at 6:45 last Friday morning, January 5 at Royal Oldham Hospital, while Mrs. Harding, 88, followed him at 8:10 am at Manchester General Hospital. Ros, from Failsworth, described her grandparents as lovely. She said, "Everyone in the area knew them. They were just lovely people. My Nan would always be at the front door looking out for everyone. Anyone who knew them would say the same thing." Corinne Seddon, senior carer at Acorn Lodge, described the Hardings as a truly delightful couple. She said, "Dorothy came to us first and then Arthur a few weeks later. They were inseparable and spent all their time together, enjoying each other's company at meals and in the lounge. They were really alert and happy, they were real characters, and they both had a great sense of humor. We were really upset when we heard they had both died. They will be sadly missed by everyone here." The Hardings, who are now expected to have a joint funeral, are survived by their 2 children, 4 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren and 1 great-great-grandchild.